Welcome to today's Dashcam Diary of a Disabled number 3. Alright, just got done at Walmart. Had Stormy inside with me, walking around, getting her dog food, her dog snacks. And then, of course, in the middle of all that, after we got all her dog stuff, we were headed to the craft section so I could get one more storage container for my beads. She decided to take a big old crap in several spots going down the walkway inside Walmart. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how embarrassing. And then I look over, I see a pole, I see a big, huge roll of paper towels sitting on top of a dispenser, and I'm like, I'm grabbing that bitch right now. I went over, grabbed that roll. It was like, I don't know, 10 steps away from me where I stopped after she decided to finish off. Because she got a couple pieces out walking, and then I stopped the cart to like, oh crap, what am I going to do to pick that up? And I had one tissue in my pocket. I grabbed it and I picked up the 2 pieces of poo, got a little bit on my fingers. I sanitized my hands when I got in the car. Which is still not the same. I still want to wash my hands really bad, but... So, I've accomplished a lot this morning. I went to my chiropractor appointment. Then I went to the tire place and I got 2 brand new tires because the other 2 were pretty much gone. And I replaced 2 like a couple months ago, and I replaced the other 2 just now. So I have 4 brand new tires essentially. I still need to replace the sensors in them. They're pretty much dead, but I don't have the indicator light on my thing, so I don't give a crap about that right now. What I do care about is my tail light, or my tail light right signal. That's burnout. The rest of everything works on my taillight, just not my turn signal to change lanes or turning right. And so I feel bad. It's been a year since it's been out. I've been pulled over for it once, and that's how I found out a long time ago that it was out, because I turned it on and cops didn't see it on, and I was kind of crossing over the line because I was trying to get my music set up on my phone. So this was in my hometown by the local cops. They pulled me over. They wanted to make sure I wasn't drunk because I was kind of riding the line a little bit, and they didn't see me use my signal till last second. But I didn't know that my signal wasn't working until that day that they pulled me over. So thankfully they told me about it. I immediately bought taillights right before I went to EDC last year in May. I could not find a mechanic to install it. Anywhere. I checked everywhere I could think of. Well, I have a lead on where I can do it now, but it's still expensive as F. I'm looking at $1,200 potentially, but it depends on how long it takes them in labor to do it. It's like $80-$90 per hour of labor, and it depends on how extensive they get. I may have to break up my appointment into 2 different ones to be able to afford it. Appointment number 1, just to replace the taillight. I need to get the cages back over my taillights though, because they're easily busted out. They stick out further than my vehicle's frame, and so I have to have those cages over them. They're like brush guards over my taillights. If you ever look at an FJ's taillights, they do stick out further, and I have backed into a garbage can, a trash can, and it busted my taillight one time, and I'm like, ever since then I'm like, nah, I'm getting these cages over it. Plus it makes me look even more bad A with having some cool zombie apocalypse looking freaking vehicle, having all these extra bars and stuff on my car. It's freaking cool, man. Like, I'm trying to, I have a zombie apocalypse emblem edition on my vehicle. There's no such thing, but it looks totally real, like it came with the vehicle. So people are like, dang, that's bad, eh? And I'm like, I know. I have an awesome vehicle. I used to get compliments. People would pull over and like tell me like how awesome they think my car is. Well, it's been years since that's happened. Because there's so many inoperative parts of my vehicle, it just doesn't, it takes time and money. I mean, this thing is paid off, luckily, but it's like owning a home. Like, there's always something that needs to be repaired or maintenance on. Like I said, I still need new headlights. Like, I thought I would be replacing headlights before I'm replacing my taillights for the second time. I'm replacing the entire casing because I don't want LED lights anymore. But we jacked up my wiring harnesses, and I couldn't find original ones except for at the wreckage yard. Luckily they were free because my cousin hooked me up. My cousin works at a wrecking yard down in Southern Oregon. It took me a couple of weeks to get them, but at least my parents go down there and visit my uncle every once in a while, and then my cousin lives even further south than my uncle, but they visit their so my cousin's kids go visit their mom and stepdad, which is my uncle. It is complicated, but anyway, they live several hours south, and they bring the kids up for the grandparents, my uncle, to watch, or see the grandkids. It's every once in a while. Sometimes it's when there's custody arrangements with the exes. It's kind of a neutral place to pick them up or whatever. So sometimes that's a pick up and drop off point because the baby's daddies don't live in the same town as their kids, so it's a little bit of a distance to travel to get their custody arrangements, whatever it is. But it is what it is. Right now I'm going to be stopping to get gas because there's no way I'm going to make it on this tank of gas down to Corvallis and back. I got to leave for my appointment almost as soon as I get home. I just got to swap some stuff out, get the things unloaded from the vehicle, and figure out what I'm taking down there with me, paperwork-wise, because I'm going to have to fill out new patient paperwork, which I have a packet of all my medical information with me, so I'm going to take that with me. I just got to make sure I have the packet printed out. I actually need to update it before I print out another copy because I have another VA authorization going on that I just got. But I've been so productive today after being very unproductive yesterday and Monday. Like Monday, I did my physical therapy in the morning, and then I slept all afternoon. Then I slept all night. Tuesday, I had no appointments, and I just slept a lot. I just need to rest. I still need to continue to rest, but I also need to be productive and get things accomplished, and I've been needing new tires since I found out with my slow leak in my other tire a couple weeks ago, so I'm like, alright, well, since it's been raining and snowing a lot, I didn't even have good tires for the snow, so at least 2 of them. But now I feel a lot more confident, and so if we do get any more snow and ice, I feel a lot better knowing that I have better tires with traction. I'm not going to hydroplane as easily, so I'm super excited about that. So yeah, I had my car this morning, got tires done after a couple hours. It took like an hour and a half of sitting there. Stormy did decent with her training inside the tire place. She just had to lay down for a long time. I don't think she pooed this morning after her breakfast, and so all that walking inside the store, I can see why she needed to go. felt terrible. But at the same time, I'm just like, that's the second time she's had a thing inside the store. I even tried to make her go before we went inside. She peed before we went inside. So at least there was going to be no urine mess, but at least her poo was pretty solid, so I was able to pick up the chunks pretty easy with, I had this big wad of paper towels like this full of poop. And luckily we were towards the back of the store where the second set of restrooms are, so there's a big trash can outside the restrooms, and I just threw that big wad away. I did see somebody mopping up the area where I picked up all the poo though, like a few minutes later, and you know, at least I picked up the worst of it for him. You know, I'm not gonna make somebody else pick up my dog's poop. That's just not right. But yeah, they do need to sanitize the floor after that happens. I mean, that's pretty nasty to have some dog poop in the store. It wasn't even in a food section either, so I'm so thankful for that. Because that would have been even more of an issue. Because I remember one of the first times I took her into Walmart with me, she peed, and it was like almost as soon as we got inside the doors, and it was in the produce area. I felt so bad. And there was like a swarm of employees helping me. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna just self-serve so I don't have to deal with anybody. Sorry, I can't pick you up at the moment. Gotta leave you there until I pull up. Alright, cool. Now I'm in my spot. I'm gonna set you in the appropriate spot and pause. I'll pause right now. Alright, I'm back. I'm on the road. Time to get home, unload, reload, and get on the road again. On the road again. I just can't wait to get back on the road again. Not really, I can't wait. I wish I didn't have to make such a long drive today. I'm kind of like half energized now. Like my batteries are like down to like a quarter part of power left. I think it's time for my second banana, do a protein shake, brush my teeth, do a sinus rinse before I head on down south. Down south to get my teeth and mouth looked at. Yeah. So yeah, it's been quite the eventful day. Got everything I need. I do need to still take my money out of my account and put it in my little savings thing in my room. Because otherwise I'll forget about it and I'll end up spending it, and that's not what I want to do. I'm trying to have my $500 back in my savings lockbox. And I mean, it's there for emergencies, but like nothing's as big of an emergency as it is for my EDC trip. I'm going to need all the money I can get, whether it's going to be for a hotel room, if I need one on the way, just one. If I can end up sleeping in my car, you know, I don't know. I'll probably just sleep in my car. I don't really want to spend the money on a motel or anything. And I just don't know how long it's going to take me to drive there this time. I don't got my trailer with me, so I feel like it's going to be a little bit faster. But it was also easier with my trailer because I could just get into the back of the trailer and lay down on a relaxing regular mattress, because the entire floor of my trailer is mattress. It's my storage unit for my purple mattress. I have a queen size purple mattress in my trailer. I don't know if I'll ever have a house again to put it in. And I don't have enough room in my bedroom at my parents' house to have that size of bed. I just don't have room. It's been hard kind of getting used to having a twin bed again. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of miss having a little bit bigger bed to be able to flip like a pancake. Turn like a rotisserie chicken. That's what I'm liking. Freaking bed all night long because of my EDS. Staying in one position, even while sleeping, dislocates or subluxes or partially dislocates, not full on dislocation, but partial slippage of joints out of their normal position into being pulled out by inflammation and ligaments that are loose, and lack of muscle tone to be able to keep things where they're supposed to be due to my faulty connective tissue disease. It makes it really difficult to sleep. Sleeping is like the most dangerous activity I can do besides living my life. Living my life is dangerous. Even sleeping's the most dangerous for me. But I don't know, I think my dog's more dangerous with the way she's broken my nose now. Or damaged. I can't say she's broken it. She's damaged my nose. She's damaged the cartilage in my nose. And I don't appreciate it. I'm lucky I can still wear sunglasses. It's like right over the spot. Like the spot is right under where my sunglasses hit. So I'm very fortunate. But at the same time, I'm not. I'm in a better spirit about it today. It's because I was finally able to cry a little bit about it last night and vent on my unwind with me. I feel like a big weight is lifted off my shoulders since I talked about it. I just needed a couple days of downtime of not thinking about it. I just needed to be depressed about it for a couple days. It's not the end of the world. I'm going to keep on moving forward. Like I said in my video last night, every day is a new day, and I'm going to treat it as such. And I woke up in such better spirits today, knowing that I had to be productive. There's still some other things that are nagging me in the back of my head to do, phone calls, that I don't really want to do. I just don't want to do my phone calls. I'm being stubborn to myself. I don't want to do my filing or paperwork. It's just been messed up lately, and it makes me mad. So I'm waiting until I'm in a better state of mind before I go do my paperwork, so I'm not a complete jerk to people on the phone, because I'm quite frustrated with how messed up my paperwork has gotten. Not on my behalf, but because I try to stay ahead of the game. I need to order my medications from the VA. There's a lot of things I need to do, including using my Medicare to take care of my psychiatric meds, because I'm not going to deal with the VA's BS anymore with the way they can't get me my medication on time. I haven't had any problems with my local pharmacy filling those prescriptions, but yet the VA has to outsource this medication halfway across the United States, and then it arrives late. And then my post office has been screwing up a lot lately and rerouting my meds to another town, completely out of the way, the wrong direction. I can understand if they reroute it from from Salem to that other town, and then going back through Salem and coming back to my town, but to come to my town, get rerouted past Salem and way out the other direction, to be rerouted back through Salem a second time to come back to my post office is absolutely ridiculous, and in my opinion, a bunch of BS. I'm still really mad about that. I'm really mad about my post office being dumb, and I'm fed up with the postal service messing up my packages every time I send them out and breaking the last 3 packages I sent out last year, breaking jars and things that I have made that can't be replaced because I only make pickles and canned pickles, and it takes a long time. Sometimes it takes me 3 full days to process all of them that I do. I do large batches. And I didn't even do any this year because I just did not have the energy or time to do it. Or the money. The money, energy, or time. I just didn't have it this last year to do it. So, it is what it is. I'll get back in my pickle making, and hopefully this year, I did a whole bunch of jelly last year. It honestly all depends on what I can get for free. If I have a whole bunch of like veggies and fruit and stuff for free, I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to find a way to make something that I can eat with it, depending on who's donating what. So, I don't know. It's just, I don't have much complaints today. Last night I did, but today I've been productive. It makes me happy and smile, and I can get things accomplished. And I don't have any setbacks. Like a lot of my paperwork gets me setbacks. So I just don't want to ruin my mood by doing any of that other BS today. I'd much rather get this other stuff done like I have. Unfortunately, now I'm completely kind of broke. I have enough money for gas. Hopefully till the 1st, but we'll see. I spent a little extra at Walmart, but I did have a $25 gift card, which kind of offset the extra things that I bought. So still, I had a total of $240 before I spent $55 in gas and $63 at Walmart. So that puts me down to roughly $130 left until the 1st. So if I can at least make that $130 stretch, there's about 2 tanks of gas I can get with that. So, and I have a feeling I'm going to need to get gas again before the 1st. So, I basically have only $60 freed up for whatever I want to do, which isn't much. So, I've got to make it work. I got to not use any of my credit cards. I do have an EDC payment I need to pay for. That's the last $60. Alright, well, I'm broke. I'm broke. I forgot about my last EDC payment. Ugh. I should actually just pay that now so I can get it out of the way and then I don't have to worry about it. Yeah. So if I can try and do that before I get home, it's 2 o'clock. Yeah. I'm going to have to like leave. I can only be home for a max of 30 minutes, so I have quite the task to do. 30 minutes to unload all my stuff, get it situated, swap out some laundry. Hopefully my mom didn't have laundry for me. I sorted it. I left it in different piles in the laundry room before I left. I did a load of towels, some socks, a couple other random clothes and towels. Busy day. Super happy to get these things done. I didn't even count in the $140 I'm going to need for today's appointment. I didn't think about that. And that's without x-rays. Damn, I forgot I had to put that aside for that. Well, it looks like I'm only going to get like $300 back into savings instead of the $500. That just means restricting my cash flow next month. I've only got like 2 more months to save, and I wanted to at least have about $1,000 for gas to get to Vegas. I don't know if that's going to leave me much money for anything else. I don't know. We'll see. But I know I need at least $1,000 for gas alone. And I think I get my Social Security check before I leave Vegas. I gotta look at the 3rd Wednesday of that month. gotta look at some calendars. I got some financial planning to do to make sure I do this all appropriately. Gosh, I forgot about that stupid payment today. Damn it. I don't know why my phone just felt so silly. I didn't even like turn or like pump the gas really fast or anything. That was ridiculous. Anyway, I'm just about home, guys, so I'm going to just go ahead and wrap up this video. I'm going to need to try and post all 3 of these videos before I leave the house, too, for my appointment. So I'm going to try and post these within the half hour of leaving for my appointment. I'll make sure I got paperwork. Make sure it's updated on the computer. Maybe I can make a phone call while I'm driving down there to the other place in Corvallis I wanted to check out. Don't think I'm going to have time to check it out before my appointment. And they're probably going to be closed by the time I'm done. I was hoping if I could go there in person, I could be more like relatable and like they could be more empathetic towards me instead of like being a nobody on the phone that they don't really care about, but being able to be there in person is a little bit more convincing, especially when they, can hear my case about what's going on with me, and hopefully they can make an exception for me. But it's really doubtful. I doubt I'm going to be able to get into them. They were accepting new patients, but apparently, according to some, there aren't anymore. But I'm just wondering if it's because of the type of insurance that they have that they are not accepting new patients for. So that does sometimes make a difference. Sometimes it doesn't. So I'm not going to know until I call and ask. I have my VA appointment next week to be able to get this referral to this place. So I do have a timeline of getting a hold of this place. I just figured that since I'm down in Corvallis, I can figure out where they're located at, walk into their office, and beg them to please accept me as a patient, and then get my VA doctor to give me the referral next week and get everything all set up. That is an ideal world. So we will see how that goes, but due to the time restraints, I don't think I'm going to make it there in person while they're open. So I think I might just give them a call since it is a little bit of a long drive. I'm going to try and give them a call and let them know my situation, let them know that they almost accepted me before, and give them the reason why I need to see this doctor. This doctor is invaluable for me. I need him on my care team. I absolutely need him, especially if I'm going to be switching allergists anytime soon. And I don't know if I'm going to be switching allergists. I want to get rid of the one I have just because the office staff is ridiculous to work with and everything gets messed up every time. Every time they send anything in for anything, prescription-wise, lab-wise, I never receive any of the information. I don't receive the links for my appointments on time. I have to call other office locations in another state. It takes 5 days through email to set up an appointment with this doctor. It's not I need a doctor that's going to monitor me more closely. And if he's not going to do it, I need to have a rheumatologist do it. And I'm hoping that he might be able to help me with some of the things that my immunologist is helping me with. Because I do have RA and lupus, so I want him to be able to help me treat it. That is the appropriate specialist for that. Immunologists are harder to come by, and especially ones that know anything to do with my problems. Regular allergists are just not going to do right by me. They're just not. They're not going to be doable. So I've got to figure this out. All in due time. The answers will come. Anyway, I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me today. Stay tuned for maybe a part 4 Dashcam later. We'll see what happens. I love you all. Peace out. Be kind to each other.